Okay folks, today we're taking a look at the GKU D700 Dash Cam, which is actually a dual dash cam system, so you have your cameras front and back. And full disclosure, GKU did send this to me for the purposes of the video. So let's crack on, shall we, with the unboxing. We have our user manual, a couple of stickers for the windows, and then we have the first part of the setup. So this is the main dash cam. This is going to go into the front windscreen. And as you can see on the back, we have our large touch screen display as well. And then on the side here, we have the SD card already installed. So it's really nice that it actually comes with an SD card. This is a 64GB card, so it's going to give you plenty of storage for video files. And then over here, we have, first of all, the rear dash cam. So this is a 1080p camera, okay, in contrast to the 4K of the front camera. And it also has the long cable cord as well. So you'll be able to route this through your vehicle, through the trim, in order to connect it into the AV port here, which you can see, that small circular port on the main camera. We have a tool here which will help you move the trim about in your car as you are installing the cable. We have the main cable and 12-volt adapter here, so if you're not going to be running with a hardware kit, then this is the cable you're going to be using. And then we have a few clips here as well, which again are going to help with routing some of these cables. And that's pretty cool, a couple of spare sticky pads as well. So there are a number of features here I think are going to prove popular, starting with the fact that the main camera, the one that goes into the windscreen, is capable of recording at full 4K resolution, and it has a nice wide 170-degree field of view. So anything that's also happening in the peripheries, you are going to capture there too. So the rear camera is 1080p, which is full HD, and it has a slightly reduced FOV at 140 degrees. But obviously, you know, a lot of accidents can happen from behind, so having that additional camera there watching the back is, in my opinion, super important and pretty much integral to any decent dash cam setup. And the display will also give you the full telemetry, including the speed that you're traveling at, your actual location, and the date and time. So if there is an accident and you need to recover that footage, then you can see everything that is going to be needed in order to take things further. One thing I like as well here is that GKU have also included their crash detection technology. So in the unfortunate event that you do have a bump or something, then the camera is automatically going to lock that footage that's being recorded. So let's just clarify how this works. So you have two ways of setting this up. First off, the easiest way is just to plug this into the 12-volt adapter in your vehicle, and the kit includes the cable and adapter that you need to do that. And that is going to then allow the dash cam to be recording constantly while the car is turned on and while you are driving. There is an optional thing you can do, and that is to set up a hardware kit directly into the fuse box of the vehicle, and that will actually allow the camera to be used even when the key is not in the ignition. So for example, if anything's detected whilst the car is parked, then the camera can turn on, start recording, and hopefully get some useful footage. So GKU do supply those hardware kits, and ultimately long term I do recommend going that way for your dash cam setup. But yeah, having that parking monitoring is just going to give you a little bit of additional peace of mind, and of course it frees up that 12-volt adapter for other uses then going forward. Also, thank you to GKU for actually including an SD card in this package. Yes, you will get a 64GB SD card, so you won't have to get one of those separately. Like I say, nice bonus there. And 64GB is a decent size. Then the camera is just going to begin automatically rewriting the oldest footage, and it will just continuously do that. So obviously if you need to get footage off, make sure you do so, because eventually it's going to get overwritten. But because you do get that 64GB, it would take a while before it cycles round. But definitely one of the neatest features here, and probably what sets this apart from other models, is the large touchscreen display. So this is really intuitive to use, and it's very responsive as well. I don't have any issues with that. In fact, I rarely open the app now that this has been set up. I can access all the settings from within the camera itself, and anything I need to change or tinker about with, I can do straight from there. But the app is still useful, and especially when you're going through initial setup, you'll need to use that. I didn't have any issues with that at all. So I'm in the app, which can be a little bit buggy at times, you have to bear with it, but the good news is you don't have to use the app really. Because of that touchscreen on the camera, you can just go ahead and adjust the settings that need to be adjusted, and of course it's going to capture all of the video onto the memory card of the camera anyway, and it's great that it comes with that memory card. But inside the app you will get the live view. and you can switch between the cameras on that. And you do get the settings in here as well, which I'm just looking at now. So you can choose whether to have the sound recording enabled. You can set your video resolution. Okay, I just keep that on the default, which is 4K for the front camera, 1080p for the rear camera, but you can reduce the front camera if you prefer. So yeah, I'd rather capture that extra detail though, even though it's going to take up more storage on the memory card. You can set your loop recording duration, okay, so that's pretty much how long each recording is going to be. So it will record continuously, but it will cut each recording off after this amount of time that you set. But yeah, everything you need is here, but like I say, you can adjust these settings on the camera itself as well. So if you are having issues, then just go ahead and use the touch screen. And just one tip as well with the app, if you are trying to see the live view from the camera through the app, then make sure you have that 5G enabled, which is the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network. That will allow that additional bandwidth for the data stream of the video to come through to the app. But overall, the D700 from GKU here, fantastic dash cam. In my opinion, every vehicle should be having a dash cam installed in this day and age. There's really no reason not to. Hopefully you won't ever need it, but when you do need it, they are absolutely invaluable. And this is definitely a model that's going to be worth its salt. So thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. I'll catch you next time.